Study like a CIA agent. Learn any skill in weeks, not years. The mission mindset. What if learning was not a hobby? What if it was a mission? Imagine you are sent to a new country, new language, new culture, new rules. You have weeks, not years. You must adapt fast. You must understand people. You must read signals. You must speak clearly. Failure is not an option. This is how intelligence agents are trained in organizations like the Central Intelligence Agency. They do not learn slowly. They do not learn casually. They learn with purpose. And you can do the same. Learning fast is not about talent. It is about intensity. It is about clarity. It is about focus. Most people study like tourists. They open a book, they check their phone, they watch half a lesson, they forget tomorrow. There is no urgency, so the brain stays relaxed. The brain says, "This is not important," and it throws the information away. But when something matters, the brain changes. When your future depends on it, attention becomes sharp, memory becomes strong. Think about a moment when you felt fear, or embarrassment, or excitement. You remember it clearly. You remember details. You remember faces and sounds. Why? Because emotion tells the brain this is important. Emotion locks memory. So, the first rule is simple. Create urgency. Before you study, ask yourself one powerful question. Why does this matter to me? Do not answer in a weak way. Do not say, "because I should." Say something stronger. This skill can change my income. This language can open global doors. This knowledge can build my confidence. This ability can change my life. When you speak like this, your brain listens. Your brain moves from passive mode to survival mode. Learning becomes a mission. Agents are trained to think this way. They do not wait for motivation. They act because it is necessary. You must stop asking, "Do I feel like studying today?" Instead, ask, "What is today's mission?" A mission gives direction. A mission gives structure. A mission gives power. Each day, choose one clear objective. Learn 10 new words. Master one grammar point. Practice speaking for 15 minutes. Small missions, clear goals, strong focus. When you treat learning as a mission, distractions lose power. Your phone becomes less interesting. Scrolling becomes less attractive. Because your brain knows something bigger is happening.
Now imagine two students. The first student studies when he feels motivated. Sometimes he studies 2 hours. Sometimes he studies 0. He waits for the perfect mood. He waits for energy. He waits for inspiration. He improves slowly. The second student has a mission. Every day he studies 30 minutes with full focus. No phone, no excuses. Some days he feels tired. He studies anyway. Some days he feels bored. He studies anyway. After 3 months, who improves more? The answer is clear. Intensity beats mood. Now let us go deeper. Agents are not trained to know everything. They are trained to know what matters most. This is the 80-20 rule. 80% of results come from 20% of actions. Most learners try to learn everything. They download many apps. They buy many books. They memorize long lists of rare words. After some time, they feel overwhelmed. Their mind becomes heavy. When everything feels important, nothing is important. Intelligent learning is selective learning. If you are learning English, start with common words. Start with daily phrases. Start with real conversations. You do not need perfect grammar at the beginning. You need clear communication. Communication builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum. Momentum builds mastery. Agents pack light when they travel. They take what is essential. They move fast. You must learn light. Choose the most useful skills first. Master them deeply. Use them daily. Depth creates power. Now let us talk about observation. Before agents speak, they observe. Before they act, they watch. They study tone. They study body language. They study patterns. They do not rush. Most learners rush. They want to speak immediately. They want to answer quickly. But rushing blocks understanding. When you hurry, you collect words. When you observe, you collect meaning. Watch how native speakers greet each other. Notice how they disagree politely. Listen to their tone when they are serious. Listen to their tone when they are relaxed. Language is behavior, not only vocabulary. Your brain loves patterns. When you see the same phrase again and again, it becomes natural. You stop translating. You start feeling the rhythm. This is powerful. Now let us talk about immersion. Reading about swimming is not swimming. Reading about confidence is not speaking in public. Experience teaches faster than theory. Agents train in simulations. They practice under pressure. They role-play real situations.
You must create your own training environment. Change your phone to English. Watch short videos in English every day. Listen to podcasts while walking. Speak to yourself in English. Describe what you are doing. I am making coffee. I need to finish this task. It feels strange at first. That is normal. Discomfort is growth. Your brain adapts to what you repeat. If English is around you daily, it becomes normal. If it appears only once a week, it stays foreign. Build a small English world around you. Make it visible. Make it audible. Make it active. Now, let us discuss self-testing. Many people think they understand because they recognize something. Recognition is not mastery. Seeing a word and saying, "I know this," is not enough. Close your book, turn off the video, explain what you learned out loud. If you cannot explain it, you do not fully know it. That is not failure, that is information. Agents test themselves constantly. They review facts under pressure. They simulate real situations. You must do the same. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Learn 5 new words, then use them in sentences about your life. Create a short story. Teach the words to an imaginary student. Emotion plus repetition equals retention. Use the words in different ways. Write them, speak them, repeat them tomorrow. Now let us talk about identity. This is powerful. If you say, "I am bad at English," your brain listens. It looks for proof. When you make a mistake, it says, "See?" But if you say, "I am becoming fluent," your brain changes. When you learn a new word, it says, "Good." When you speak imperfectly, it says, "Progress." Identity controls behavior. Agents commit to their role. They act consistently. Over time, the role feels real. You must commit to your future self, the confident version, the skilled version. Act like that person today. Speak even if your voice shakes. Write even if your grammar is simple. Each action strengthens the new identity. Learning fast is not magic. It is strategic intensity. It is focus. It is urgency. It is repetition. It is identity. When you combine these elements, something changes. You stop drifting. You start moving with direction. And direction creates speed. This is only the beginning. In part 2, we will go deeper. You will learn how to train your memory under pressure, how to remove distractions, how to reflect like a professional. Your mission has started.
Part 2. Train the mind under pressure. Now your mission becomes deeper. You have urgency, you have focus, you have identity. But speed does not come from effort alone. Speed comes from pressure. Not fear, not panic, controlled pressure. In professional intelligence training inside organizations like the Central Intelligence Agency, agents are not trained in comfort. They are trained under time limits. They are tested when tired. They are questioned unexpectedly. Why? Because the brain changes under pressure. When time is limited, attention becomes sharp. When the situation feels important, memory becomes stronger. Pressure tells the brain, this matters now. Most students study in a relaxed way. They read slowly, they pause often, they check messages. There is no mission clock, there is no urgency. So the brain stays soft. You must change this. Start using short, intense sessions. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Choose one clear goal. Learn 5 new phrases. Understand one grammar rule. Practice pronunciation of one sound. When the timer starts, you move. No phone, no distractions, no excuses. Your brain enters action mode. 10 minutes of deep focus is stronger than 1 hour of distracted study. After the timer ends, stand up, take a short break, then start another mission. This method builds mental strength. Now add emotional connection. Emotion is glue for memory. If you learn the word opportunity, do not just repeat it, connect it to your life. Say, learning English gives me opportunity. Say it with feeling. If you learn the word challenge, connect it to your story. This grammar is a challenge, but I grow. When words connect to your real experience, they stop being abstract. They become personal. Personal information stays longer. Now we add repetition. Repetition is not boring when done correctly. Do not repeat in the same way. Repeat in different forms. Read the word. Write the word. Say the word. Use the word in a sentence. Teach the word. Each angle strengthens memory. Information moves from short-term memory to long-term memory through repeated use. 1 exposure is weak. 5 exposures are stronger. 10 exposures with emotion are powerful. Now let us talk about distraction. We live in a world of noise, notifications, short videos, endless scrolling. Attention is under attack. Agents are trained to filter noise. They receive massive amounts of information, but they focus only on what matters.
You must learn to control your information environment. Choose one main learning system, one main course, one main notebook. Do not jump between 10 teachers. Do not change methods every week. Consistency creates depth. If you dig a small hole in many places, you find nothing. If you dig deep in one place, you find water. Depth creates results. During your study time, remove your phone from the table. Close extra tabs. Tell your family you need 15 minutes of silence. Protect your focus like it is gold, because it is. Now we move to another powerful technique, debriefing. After every intelligence mission, agents sit together. They ask simple but strong questions. What worked? What failed? What can improve next time? This reflection turns experience into wisdom. You must do the same. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I complete my mission? Did I speak today? Did I review yesterday's words? Where did I struggle? Write short answers. 1 or 2 sentences are enough. This week I improved my pronunciation. I felt nervous speaking. I forgot many words because I did not review. These notes are powerful. They show patterns.
They show progress. They show weakness. Without reflection, mistakes repeat. With reflection, mistakes become teachers. Now let us talk about honest self-testing. Many learners avoid testing because it feels uncomfortable. They do not want to see weakness, but weakness is information. Close your notebook. Try to summarize the lesson out loud. If you forget, check quickly, then try again. This is how you build strong memory. Agents do not wait for real danger to test knowledge. They simulate pressure. You can simulate pressure too. Record yourself speaking for 2 minutes. No stopping, no editing. Listen again. Notice mistakes. Correct them. This process builds awareness. Awareness builds improvement. Now we discuss mental endurance. Learning fast requires energy. Energy comes from rhythm. Do not study 8 hours one day and 0 hours the next. That creates emotional waves. Instead, study 30 minutes daily, same time, same place. Routine reduces resistance. When your brain knows that 7 p.m. is English time, it prepares automatically. Habits reduce decision fatigue. Agents rely on routines because routines save energy for important thinking. You should do the same. Create a simple system. Daily mission, short, intense focus, active recall, reflection, repeat. Now let us return to identity. Pressure without identity creates stress. Pressure with identity creates strength. When you say, "I am becoming fluent," every challenge becomes training. When you forget a word, you say, "Good, I will review." When you make a mistake, you say, "Good, I found a gap." This mindset removes fear. Fear blocks memory. Calm intensity strengthens it. You are not fighting English, you are training your brain. Training requires repetition. Training requires patience. Now imagine your progress after 1 month of this system. Daily focused sessions, weekly reflection, regular self-testing, strong identity. You will not be perfect, but you will be stronger. Your vocabulary will grow. Your listening will improve. Your speaking will become clearer. Improvement builds confidence. Confidence increases intensity. Intensity increases speed. This is the cycle of growth. Most people quit because they do not see results quickly. They expect transformation in days, but real change is built in layers. Each day you add a small layer. After 30 days, you see a difference. After 90 days, others see a difference. After a year, your life can change. Weeks, not years, does not mean magic. It means visible progress in weeks. When you train like this, you accelerate your learning curve. You move from passive to active, from casual to strategic, from distracted to focused. You are no longer studying randomly, you are training deliberately. In Part 3, we will enter the long game. You will learn how to combine patience with intensity, how to stay committed for months, how to build unstoppable momentum. Part 3, the long game with intensity. Now you understand focus, you understand pressure, you understand repetition and reflection. But there is one final truth. Speed is built on patience. This sounds like a contradiction. It is not. Real fast learners are patient, but they are never passive. Inside organizations like the Central Intelligence Agency, agents train for months, sometimes for years. They do not complain about the time, they commit to the process. Each day is a step. Each exercise is important. Each small improvement matters. They understand something powerful. Mastery is not a moment, it is a direction. If you want to learn any skill in weeks, not years, you must change how you measure success. Do not measure perfection, measure progress. After 1 week, ask, do I know more words than before? Do I speak with more confidence? Do I understand more when I listen? If the answer is yes, you are moving. Movement creates motivation. Most people quit because they expect dramatic change. They want to feel fluent quickly. But fluency grows quietly, like a tree. You do not see the roots growing, but they are building strength underground. Every focused session is a root. Every review is water. Every mistake corrected is stronger soil. After weeks, you see leaves. After months, you see branches. The person who quits never sees the tree. Now let us talk about momentum. Momentum is powerful. When you miss 1 day, it feels small. When you miss 3 days, it feels heavy. Consistency protects momentum. You do not need long sessions, you need regular sessions. Even 15 minutes daily can transform your brain over time. Small effort repeated daily beats big effort repeated rarely. Think like an athlete. An athlete does not train once a month for 8 hours. They train every day for a shorter time. They build endurance slowly. Learning is mental training. Your brain is a muscle. What you repeat becomes stronger. What you ignore becomes weaker. Now consider identity again. In part 1, you created a new identity. In part 2, you trained under pressure. Now you must protect your identity long term. Do not say, I am trying to learn. Say, I am a learner. Do not say, I want to speak English. Say, I am becoming a fluent speaker. Language shapes belief. Belief shapes action. When you see yourself as someone who finishes missions, you finish missions. When you see yourself as disciplined, you act with discipline. Agents do not question their commitment every day. They accept the role fully. You must do the same. There will be days when you feel tired, days when progress feels slow, days when mistakes feel heavy. On those days, return to the mission. Ask one simple question: what is today's small win? Maybe today you review 5 words. Maybe today you speak for 5 minutes. Maybe today you listen carefully to one short video. Small wins protect identity. Now let us discuss strategic growth. Fast learners do not only work hard, they work intelligently. Each week, choose one focus area. Week 1, pronunciation. Week 2, daily conversation phrases. Week 3, listening comprehension. Do not try to improve everything at once. Focused improvement creates visible results. Visible results build confidence. Confidence fuels the next mission. Now imagine your life after 3 months of this system. You wake up and English does not feel foreign. You understand simple conversations easily. You respond without long pauses. People notice your improvement. They ask how you improved so fast. You smile quietly. You did not rely on luck. You did not rely on talent. You relied on structure, on discipline, on daily action. Now let us go even deeper. The long game is not only about skill, it is about character. When you train daily, you build discipline. When you reflect honestly, you build awareness. When you continue after mistakes, you build resilience. These qualities go beyond language. They change your life. Learning like an agent is not about becoming secret. It is about becoming strong. Strong in focus, strong in patience, strong in commitment. Now picture yourself 1 year from today. If you study casually, nothing changes. If you study strategically, everything changes. 1 year is powerful. 365 small missions. 365 opportunities to improve.
Even 1% improvement daily creates massive change over time. This is compound growth. The results may feel slow at first, but they accelerate. At the beginning, you learn basic words. Later, you connect ideas. Then you express opinions. Then you debate. Then you think in the language. Each level builds on the last. Now remember something important. Learning fast does not mean rushing. Rushing creates stress. Stress blocks memory. Instead, work intensely in short periods, then rest, then repeat tomorrow. Intensity plus recovery equals strength. If you push too hard without rest, you burn out. If you rest too much without intensity, you stagnate. Balance creates sustainability. Agents train hard, but they also follow structure. You must design your own structure. Choose a fixed time. Choose a clear goal. Track your progress weekly. Celebrate small milestones. Finished one notebook. Completed one course. Spoke confidently for 5 minutes. Success builds belief. Belief builds action. Action builds skill. Skill builds opportunity. Now let us return to the core message. Learn any skill in weeks, not years. This does not promise mastery in 7 days. It promises visible transformation in weeks when you train correctly.
In 4 weeks, your vocabulary can double. In 4 weeks, your listening can improve clearly. In 4 weeks, your confidence can rise. Weeks matter when you use them fully. Most people waste weeks. You will use them. Most people drift. You will direct your energy. Most people quit quietly. You will persist loudly through action. This is the difference. You are not special because of talent. You are powerful because of method. Method creates structure. Structure creates repetition. Repetition creates mastery. And mastery creates freedom. When you can learn fast, you are no longer limited. You can learn a new language. You can learn a new career skill. You can learn communication. You can learn leadership. You become adaptable. Adaptability is power. In a changing world, the fastest learner wins. So approach your studies like a mission. Enter each session with focus. Protect your attention. Test yourself honestly. Reflect weekly. Stay patient. Weeks will pass anyway. Months will pass anyway. The question is simple. Will you drift or will you train? The choice decides your future. You now have the system. Urgency, observation, selective focus, immersion, self-testing, pressure training, reflection, identity, consistency. Use it daily, and one day someone will ask you how you improved so quickly. You will not say magic. You will not say talent. You will say discipline. You will say strategy. You will say commitment. You studied like an agent, and that made all the difference.
If this video inspired you or helped you learn something new, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Motivation to Study English for 30 minutes every day. Your support is the energy that keeps us creating better and more meaningful videos every single day.